I'm David Hill with New York Habitat. Today we're going to check out one of the coolest neighborhoods in Paris, the Marais, with its refined 16th century mansions, Jewish delicatessens, peaceful gardens, trendy boutiques. The Marais truly has something for everyone. This is the second of our two-part series on the fantastic neighborhood of the Marais in Paris. If you haven't yet watched the first part, you can find it on our YouTube channel. The Marais used to be an important center for Jewish Paris and is still today to a certain degree. Take a stroll down Rue des Rosiers. While many of the traditional shops have been taken over by designer boutiques, there are still some shops selling Jewish specialties. You can pick up some tasty pastries at the various Jewish bakeries or grab a falafel at the famous Place du Falafel, home to the best falafels in the world. Further down the street is Chez Marianne, a better option for a sit-down meal. Here you can make your own tasting menu of Eastern Mediterranean delicacies such as hummus, grilled eggplant, and vine leaf dolmas. The kitsch art adds to its charm. The fact that the Marais has become a trendy area with cool boutiques does have something to do with the rise in its gay population. Today, the gay community is mostly concentrated in and around Rue du Temple and Rue des Archives. At night, you'll have trouble finding space at two of its most popular bars, the Open Café at 17 Rue des Archives and the Raid Bar at 23 Rue du Temple. If you'd like to experience the Marais like a true local, you should definitely rent a vacation rental or furnished apartment from New York Habitat. There's no better way to experience this city than to live in a real Parisian apartment. If it's shopping you're after, this is the place to be. From antiques to vintage dresses to the coolest designer shoes, you can find it all in the Marais. You won't find many big chain shops here, but rather the latest cool designers. Check out the streets around the Upper Marais to see what's really going on. A few years ago, vintage came back in style in Paris, and it's not surprising that the stylish Marais became the hotspot for the city's best vintage, or in French, fripe. Here are a few to get you started. King of Fripe at 33 Rue du Roi de Sicile. Friperium at 2 Rue de la Verrerie. And Fripe Star at 8 Rue Sainte-Croix de la Bretonnerie. Heading down the Rue de Rivoli, you'll come to the Bazar de l'Hôtel de Ville, or BHV as the Parisians call it. This massive shopping center sells just about everything. If you're staying in an apartment in the Marais, you can pick up some delicious French specialties. On Rue Rambuteau near the Pompidou Center, you'll find fruit and vegetable vendors, wine cellars, and great bakeries. As you explore all the small streets, you'll eventually come to Rue du Trésor. This is a charming passageway lined with cafes and small boutiques. The Marais has a great array of dining options, from the takeaway falafel sandwiches mentioned above to great bistros. One of my favorites is the Café des Philosophes, great for either people watching during the afternoon or settling down for a delicious meal in the evening. The Marais is also bustling in the evenings. The lower half of Rue du Vieux du Temple has several lively cafes and bars, including the Pic Clubs at number 16, a great place for an apéro with their free popcorn. You can also check out the Café du Trésor on Rue du Trésor for a modern and cool ambiance. Finally, have a drink at the Lizard Lounge at 18 Rue du Bourg-Thibourg. Head down into the basement to hang with a fun international crowd. Well, my friends, I hope you've enjoyed our little tour of the Marais, and of course there are a lot more things to do and see in this area. If I've forgotten any of your favorite Marais secrets, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below. Be sure to check out part 1 of our 2-part series on the Marais. You can find it on our YouTube channel. If you're planning a trip to Paris, live like a local by renting a furnished apartment through New York Habitat. Visit our website at nyhabitat.com. You're just a few clicks away from living like a real Parisian. I'm David Hill with New York Habitat, once a muggy swampland and today a Parisian hotspot. I hope to see you soon in the Marais.